Hi, this is a video for IT 112 assignment 6. Couple of things I want to do is just make clear that this assignment is slightly different than what I'm going to do. It has you create a meeting one, which is a lot like the product one we did in the last video, where you just list like the title of the meetings and then you do the detail on that. I am going to make a detail thing from the products that we did last time. So I have one step less than what this does, but the principle is the same, and it'll show you how to do the view and details. So I am going to go back to Visual Studio. I'm going to go to the files. I'm going to go down to views. And I am going to add a new view. So I'm going to move this over a little bit so that you can see the whole thing. So I am going to do def, and I'm going to call it product detail. I guess I could give it a capital D. I'm going to take a request, but I'm also taking in the ID. We're going to pass in the ID of one of the products and use it to choose which product we want to do. So I am going to just want to check one thing. All right, so I am going to take a object. I'm just going to call it product, lowercase. Could be a problem, but I think I'll do this. And we're going to say get object or 404. And it's get underscore object underscore or 404, which is, as you know, the not found. Now, a couple of things that I want to do. We need to import this. So after render, I am going to do get object or 404. I'm going to import this from Django shortcuts. All right, when we do this, then we do where we're getting this from. So it's from product, which is it's the object. And then we're going to say the PK, the primary key, equals ID. So we're going to pass this ID to this. All right. And then we're going to return render request. We're going to call it product. So tech product detail .html, and we have to pass it. We're going to pass it this information. So I'm going to do quotes product :product. Okay, so this is what we're passing. We're passing this to the view product tech detail HTML. So I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go to URLs, and we are going to add a path. And the path will have the ID in it. It'll be the thing that's different. So we are going to say path product detail, and then we'll do the slash, and then I'm going to do an angle int, all right, because we're passing an colon ID. So we're passing an integer, which is the ID. All right, we're going to get this from the views, product detail, and we're going to give it a name. Although I'm not sure we do want the name equals. I'm just going to make the name equal detail. And I put a comma there. Okay, so we have product detail, just like we have products there, slash int ID, all right, because we're passing an ID with it. The view is product detail, and we're going to give it the name of detail, and I'm going to save that. So I am going to go to tech. I'm going to add a new file, and it will be product detail.html, and it will have, as always, the first part, which is will inherit from base, so extends base.html, and we'll have our begin block, our so we look at HTML, our block content. And let's do our end block. No space. Okay, so we don't have to loop here because we're only going to pass it one thing, and it's going to be product. So I'm going to do like a product. Let's do a H2. We'll call it product detail. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a P, and I'm going to do a product name colon, and I'm going to do those double things, and I'm going to say product dot product name. And I'm going to, I think, just do it as a break. And I'll do product type. I guess I should capitalize those. And I'm going to product type, and we'll do another break. I'm not sure how this, you can format this as you want. I'm going to do product price, and we'll do product dot product price, or dot price. One of the things I want to look at the model, it needs to match. The names need to match the product here. So we've got product name, product type, price. I'm going to do the URL and description. Product URL and description. So let's go back. And is it a product price? just price. So product URL, product dot description, and again is it our product dot URL, product URL. Has to match. And last, and then look at the models just to see that that was description, product URL, price. I don't have the date entered or that, but you could add those. I'm just going to leave it as is, and then I'm going to close. So each of these should have a break after it. And then this one will be close P. Okay, I'm going to save this. The other thing we need to do is we need to add a link in products to this. So I am going to say a href equals double quotes curly brace %sign URL detail. That's what we gave it as a name. The name comes again from the URLs detail. And then we need to also say that PK equals one second. So PK, oh, not PK, ID, because we're passing ID, equals P dot product dot ID. And then we want to close this. %sign close close quotes, close this, and then on the other side of this we do /a to close the anchor. Alright, so this is the whole link. We've got our URL to detail, which is the name we gave it in URLs. We're getting the ID from the product list because we have to pass that. And then we're filling that out. So I'm going to save all of these. I think it's only this. Down here because I did it. I'm going to exit out of the Python editor. I'm going to run I need to go back into the virtual machine. So I'm going to go back a thing. I am going to env01, so environment 01 scripts activate. Okay, so I'm back in the virtual environment. I'm going to change back to tech review. what did I spell wrong? Tech review. Oh, I left out the W. Okay, and then I can do Python manage py run server, and we'll see if there's any errors. Okay, so we do have an error. Product detail. TechViews has no attribute product detail. So let's look at TechView. I mean, actually, let's look at views. It doesn't. So let's go back to our URLs. The difference is I capitalized the D. Let's go back to our URLs. Change this to a D, capital D, and this to a capital D. Save. And now it seems to be running. So let's see if it works. Tech reviews. Gonna refresh this. Gives me an error. So it doesn't like, let's look at this again, the URLs. Name equals detail. Int ID. That looks good. So it doesn't like no reverse for detail with keyword arguments ID. Product detail int ID. Views ID. PK equals ID. I'm going to try another import. I don't know if this makes a difference. From Django URLs import reverse lazy. I'm going to try that. I don't know that it'll make any difference. Still doesn't like it. It doesn't like ID. Let's look at product. URL. Detail. Oh. No, P product ID. But I think it's just PID. Let's save Control S, because I think it's just P, the ID for the particular P. So I'm going to do Control C, and we'll run it again. All right, and see if that makes a difference. Okay, seems to be happy now. See that these are all linked. When I click on that, it goes to, it has that whole big long URL there, product description. It has that. It's not the prettiest thing. I could make it prettier. But that's, so go to products. Each one of these is a link that gives you the detail for that particular product. So let's not close it. I just want to do that. Let's walk through that one more time and then we'll call it good. So the very first thing I did was I created a view that gets all of the products from the product list. Actually, we did that for last one, but we'll use that this time. And then we added a detail, and it takes the request. It also takes an additional argument of an ID. We did get object or 404, and we chose product, and the primary key equals ID. Couple of things that we had to do is we also had to import that get object or 404 from Django shortcuts. All right. In the URLs, we have product detail, and then we're also passing the ID. So product detail, and originally my capitalization was off there, which is why that didn't work. And the name equals detail. So in the project detail HTML, we're not looping because we've only got a single product, whatever one matches that ID. So I just do the field names that are going to show up. These are just text to identify what the field name is. And again, you could make this a lot prettier. I just did it this way to be simple. All right, in the products, we had to add a link. ahref equals URL detail. Detail, again, is the name, what we named the link in URLs. The ID comes from the product list. And I did product, where really I wanted just P, because it's just the ID for that particular P, and it shows the product name. So it's a link that when you click on the product, passes the ID to the view, and the view selects the product based on that ID. And you end up with let's go back, tech review. You end up with this, where I go to products, and I can click on one and show the details of it. That's it for this video. I keep wanting to leave the site, and I don't really mean to. All right, so I'm going to kill the server. It's a good idea to do that. Sometimes when you come back, if you didn't shut it off, it'll say that it's already running, and it'll give you a problem. I am going to go to here. I am going to do a plus by the ones that have changed that I want. Most of these don't matter. I think I've done the changes for the views and the URLs, products, product detail. I want these changed. Let's see what we get. I'm going to commit. I'm going to say detail commit. Alright, and then I'm going to push, and we'll see what's up there. If not everything's up there, I'll come back and fix it. So let's go to our here. Let's go back to all of our changes were in the tech thing. So we have products, we have product detail, so that's here. If product detail is here, I'm pretty sure that products has the link in it. If I go back to here, I can look and I see our views. It has the ID view. I'm pretty sure it'll have the URL changes. Yes, so everything is there. Everything is good. And I will end this video.